Number 8. Mike leaves his house traveling 2 miles per hour. Joy leaves 6 hours later to catch up with him traveling 8 miles per hour. How long will it take for her to catch up with him? So the first thing we need to do is we need to make our table because this is a rate problem. So we're going to make our distance, rate, and time problem. So rate times time equals distance. And we have Mike and we have Joy. So when we create this table, we're going to fill in any bits of information we know. So we know that Mike goes at a rate of 2 miles per hour. We also know that Joy is traveling at a rate of 8 miles per hour. And then we know that Joy leaves 6 hours later to catch up with Mike. So what's happening, if you all a picture of this over here, is that Mike is traveling, and he travels for some time. We don't know how long. And then Joy follows him, and eventually they catch up with each other. So, and Joy's going to overtake Mike because she's moving a lot faster. She's going 8 miles, whereas Mike's only going 2. So what we do know is that Mike's been traveling longer. So he starts, and then Joy, after 6 hours, catches up with him. So if we let Mike have the time t, then Joy would be t minus 6 because she's going 6 hours less than Mike is. Mike's already been traveling 6 hours. You could also say that instead of doing it this way, you could have said that if you let Joy be t, then Mike would be t plus 6. Okay, both of those would be completely appropriate. I'm going to go ahead and do it the way I originally had it, where t was first and then t minus 6 for Joy, because I think that's how a lot of students would start it off. Now, they're going to catch up at the same exact point. So that means their distances are the same exact number. So they're going to have d for distance. So now we have our system because all our boxes are filled in. So this means that d equals 2t, or if you want to go back to how it was, 2 times t equals d. And then we have 8 times t minus 6 in parentheses equals d. And this is set up for substitution. So if we use our properties and we turn this around, so d equals 2t, and then we can plug this in for our d. So we're going to have 8 times t, which is 8t, 8 times negative 6, which is negative 48, and then we're going to plug this d, we're going to plug in 2t, so equals 2t. Subtract 8t from both sides, so we can solve this equation. So negative 48 equals negative 6t, and divide by negative 6. So that means t equals 8. Now, we can find d if we want to. D equals 2 times 8, which is 16. But we got to go back and look and see what they wanted us to find. They said, how long will it take for her? So that her means Joy. So how long will it take for Joy to catch up with Mike? Well, Joy's time, how long is a time, is t minus 6. So we can't just say, oh, she'll catch up with him in 8 hours. That's not true. This 8 hours, that's Mike's time. He's going 6 hours longer. So Joy's time would be 8 minus 6. That's going to be Joy's time, which means she'll catch up with him in 2 hours. So what we're going to say here is that Joy will catch up with Mike in 2 hours. So that would be the answer to this problem. So we didn't even need to know the distance. Now if they said, and how many miles will Joy catch up with Mike, well then that answer would be 16 miles. But we just want to know the time, so it'll take her 2 hours to catch Mike.